Hello there, and welcome to Daniel Semro Haley Taro Video Productions. Copyright 2025, Daniel Semro Haley Taro Video Productions. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you have any requests, please do feel free to post a comment below the video, and one of us will respond and let you know when we will be able to film your request. If you have any questions, do feel free to post a comment and one of us will answer it for you. Please note that requests may take longer depending on how much content needs to be shot or needs to be edited at any given point. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video and let's get right on in. Roll film. Welcome to a Daniel Semro Productions 2026 catch-up with Thomas from the YouTube channel Doing Everything Blind. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and thanks for doing this interview, Thomas. Enjoy. Good Thursday afternoon, YouTuberinos, and good Sunday afternoon, 98.6 Mix listeners. Daniel Semro here, and in this video and in this presentation, we are going to do something I have not done in a very long time. I have got Thomas with me today, and I wanted to do a little interview with him since it's been so long since we have done one. Thomas, greet the viewers and Mix listeners.
Good thirsty Thursday afternoon and good Sunday afternoon, viewers and 98.6 The Mix listeners. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you all this afternoon. And thank you for having me, good sir.
Of course. Thank you so much for giving up your time to join me today.
Anytime.
So, how long have you been a music lover, and where did your true love of music actually begin?
Well, I've been a music lover all my life. Growing up, my mom always had classic rock on in the car. When I was a kid, she always had Fleetwood Mac on in the car. So I think she got me into, bless her soul, she got me into, or bless her heart is what I meant to say. She got me, into classic rock as a kid.
And what were some of the first artists or songs you ever remember listening to, do you think?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, for sure.
Yep. You know what? When I was little, my aunt used to put on the Wildflowers in the living room. They have a big, they have a stereo system. She used to put on the Wildflowers, and I used to jump because if you, or I used to jump because if you jumped, it would make the song skip. And when I was little, I liked hearing the song skip. So,
that's funny.
And and a lot of times when I was little, she'd put the album on, and I would dance to the whole album in her living room. So
wow.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, how did your love of Tom Petty just grow all the more after that, or
correct?
How did you get to discover like his whole discography and stuff?
Well, I mean, when my mom was little. When I was a kid, my mom would always, buy me his new CDs. And, when Echo came out, she actually put it on the cassette for herself. And, I remember that. And, I remember, listening to the cassette and, just loving that particular album. And of course, there's She's the One. And, my mom bought me that CD when that CD came out. And yeah.
Now, you were saying that you used to listen to Wildflowers a lot. What do you think was your favorite song from that album?
Well, I've always loved the song Wildflowers.
Yep.
Let's see. When I was little, I liked the whole album. There wasn't a favorite song, but now my favorite song on that album Hmm. Um, it would have to be Crawling Back to You.
Why do you say that?
It's just a great song. It's just a great song. Yep.
Well, before we leave the Tom Petty subject,
Yep.
if you were to give advice to someone who's just coming to Tom Petty, where do you suggest they start, and why do you pick that song or that album?
If you have just discovered Tom Petty, start from the beginning. Start from his first album. That's what I would suggest. Start from his first album and listen to all of them in order.
What is his first one?
I think the debut album is just called Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I'm 99% sure. Yep.
Now, how did your love of leaf blowers come in to the picture?
Well, when I was little, I always would play with my dad's leaf blower, and when I would go up to my grandparents' house, I would always play with my grandpa's leaf blower. You know, he'd let me, you know, use it in the driveway. I don't know how I, I don't know. But from a very very young age, I I was playing with them.
Now,
And even when I was a kid, my dad would let me
mhm.
play with his weed whacker too. So I don't know how that started, but I have always loved the sound of engines my whole life. That I can tell you guys.
Yeah,
Gasoline
no,
engines. Yeah.
yeah. Now, for most of my listeners who don't know, Thomas runs a channel called Doing Everything Blind on YouTube. And for those of my listeners who are new, talk about A, your inspiration to make the channel, and B, some of the stuff you do on that channel.
Well, I always say a little bit of everything, but I do a lot of everything on the channel. Chug videos, leaf blowing videos, lawn cutting videos, keyboard videos where I do videos playing my keyboard, different topics. I do a show called The Thomas and Haley Show with my friend Haley every Sunday. Beyonce Chris and our friend Shelby. So I do a lot of different things. Oh, and I do chug videos. I don't think I said that. All right.
You did, but that's okay. For the next listeners, would you mind giving a little sample of what you do on your keyboard?
Sure, why not?
Is that possible?
Of course. Yeah.
You already know she will not hear that because I'm going to avoid copyright, but that will be in the mixed version.
Why don't we do Wildflowers? So guys, I'm gonna play the song Wildflowers for y'all on the keyboard. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're gonna do my favorite Randy Travis song, I Surrender All.
I knew you were going to pick that one. All right, next listeners, you guys get a treat. Here you go.
All right.
set.
Anytime.
Yes, so that was Thomas here doing his version of Randy Travis's I'd Surrender All,
Yep. I
which
hope you
you
all
guys
enjoyed.
can find, by the way, on Randy's 1991 album, High Lonesome.
Yep. All right.
Now, talking about Randy Travis, how did your love of country get started?
Well, this may be hard for you to believe, but I never was a country fan. Uh, but in 2014, in January of 2014, I was downloading. I was downloading a couple of Randy Travis or not downloading. I was going on a website and, you know, downloading songs onto the Apex,
Yeah,
and for the first song I ever heard from him was "Forever and Ever Amen." I immediately fell in love with that song, and the rest was history. Is history, I should say.
and then you just got hooked on to Randy Travis from then on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, um, I'm obviously going back to questions about you for a minute. Obviously, you grew up in Connecticut, right?
Yep.
Now, how did what were initial impressions of the fact that you were blind? Were they skeptical? Did they
Who's they?
like your family?
Um. What do you? I don't understand the question.
What I mean is, were they anxious because they had a son who was blind, or did they
Are you
look
talking
to a
about?
lot of resources?
Are you talking about when I was first born,
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Well, yeah. 3 days old, I went up to Boston and saw a doctor.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And
Sorry if that's a random question. I just want to
no,
ask that though.
no. Nothing's off limits here. Uh, and yeah, so 3 days old, I went up to Boston and I saw someone who knew about my eye disease, which is glaucoma. Congenital glaucoma, which means congenital means I was born with it in both eyes. So yeah,
So you've never had sight.
yes, actually, I was. Well, what happened was in 1994, a long time. Anyway, in
I
19
knew you were gonna do that.
in 1994, my right eye collapsed in surgery. But the good news is they were able to save my left eye, and I had usable light perception for many years. I lost the usable light perception I had in my left eye, or out of my left eye, back in November of 2012. So yeah,
Okay, so you were never fully blind from birth until 2012, and then you became totally blind.
correct.
Now, was the iPhone your first phone, or did you have a flip phone?
No, my first phone was actually in April 2017. I was 17 when I got my first phone. I had a Nokia. I got a Nokia flip phone.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, accessibility wasn't really a thing on those back then,
There
because
was no accessibility on those phones.
because all you could do was please say a command.
Not on those phones. On the Razor Motorola's, you could do that.
Oh, you couldn't on the Nokias. Interesting. So how
Nope.
did you so how did you handle navigation?
I just called people, and I knew the people. I knew the people. I knew the people's. I knew my friends and family's numbers in my head. So,
Wow.
yep.
So you didn't have to navigate through contacts or any of
Nope.
that.
Nope. Well, I couldn't.
That's what I was saying though. You didn't have to. You didn't even have to try because you couldn't, and you knew numbers of people you needed to call.
Yep.
Now, when did you get your first iPhone?
I got my first iPhone in September of 2015. My friend Maya, at the time, gave me her 4S because she got the 6 at the time. So, and
Oh,
that at that time, that slow was as slow as molasses. And then I I had that phone for a short time, and then in October of 2015, I got the iPhone 6. So there you go.
And the iPhone 6 is what officially started your YouTube channel, right?
Correct. Yep. Because on November 11th, that's when I created my channel. So yeah, you're correct.
Now, I know my listeners are probably going to ask, especially on the mix side, how did you come up with the name Doing Everything Blind?
Actually, I didn't come up with it. My friend Whistler came up with the channel, with the name. I didn't come up with it. I just said, "Yeah, you know what? That's a great name. I'm going to change my." Because guys, when I first started YouTube, my YouTube channel name was just my first and last name. And then in October of 2000 and shut up. In October of 2000, shut up. No. In October of 2019, he suggested that name, and I liked it, and I changed my name. I changed the channel name to Doing Everything Blind. So, yep. And his YouTube channel is Theory of a Blind Man. He's awesome.
But
So,
he doesn't upload anymore, right? Or does
no, he
he?
does not. He does not. So there you go.
If you could give a piece of advice to someone also just coming to YouTube, what piece or pieces of advice would you give?
If you're just getting, and I always say this to people, if you're just getting started on YouTube, just be yourself. Don't be anyone else. Just be yourself, and try not to be too nervous in your first video. So yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
do you care if I ask a few questions about Perkins? Or
No, I do not care.
so for those who don't know, why don't you explain what Perkins is and how that works, and how schools for the blind
So
work?
well, Perkins is a school for the blind. I went there for 10 years. Um, I went there from 2002 to 2012.
And now that's a residential school, right?
Correct. Yep. And it's also for day students.
Now, were you a residential or were you a day?
Unfortunately, residential. Yeah.
Why do you say unfortunately?
Because, well, the school is 3 hours away from here, and that's why I didn't like going there, because I was away from.
Due to distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did now, despite your dislike, did you have any favorite parts of being at the school?
Yeah, I liked when we went golfing, and it was fun when they did this thing called the Newton Yacht Club every summer, and
Ooh,
we would get to go on a boat for an hour and come
nice.
back to the place and have ice cream, and that was always a lot of fun. And for the golf trips, we would every Wednesday afternoon we would go to a golf course,
Mhm.
and they would show us how to hit golf balls and get them in the green, and then we'd have dinner there, and they'd give us dessert. So
Huh.
I enjoyed those times.
Now, did you guys ever do like swimming or
Oh yes, I was a part of the swim team, and I was a part of the track team. Yep.
really? Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of adaptations did the track team have to make? Did they have any like beeps or anything when you needed to run or
No,
stop?
no, no, no. There were no beeps, but there was a wire. There was a wire that whatever, like a barbed, yeah, like a barbed wire, and you'd hold on to that and you'd
Oh
run.
yes, ISVI had that too.
And then when you'd get to the end, you'd turn around and run back.
Run back, yep. Um,
Same thing with the pool. They have lanes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, do you have any do you have any funny things that happened, whether it be when you were a kid or when you went to Perkins, that you don't mind sharing on the face?
Um, hmm. Well, one funny thing that comes to mind is one time we had a fire drill at like 6 o'clock in the morning,
Oh goodness.
and I I I was sleeping. I heard
Hmm.
the alarm, and I woke up and I said OSHIT and got out of bed.
I was gonna say you could have said it. It's fine.
I said, "Oh shit!" Well, actually, I yelled it, and then I then I went out, and then of course I went out. I went outside. So that's a funny moment.
Beep
Hmm.
beep. What the?
Nah. Then there was another funny moment. Javier and I hung out a lot when him and I were at. Javier's one of my friends, guys,
Yeah.
and him and I had a lot of fun together. And there was one particular night where he, talking about funny moments. There was one particular night where he went into the laundry room in one of the cottages and made the clothes uneven in the washing machine so it would go ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. That
Oh
was
good.
pretty. And so he did that, and then the washing machine resumed its washing. And
Washing.
a little while later, it started, doing the ba boom, ba boom, you know. Uh,
Oh
and
my.
so Javier he was in my bedroom, and he went in my closet and hid in my closet. And one of the staff members came running up the stairs and fixed the washing machine. So that is a very funny moment
I
or
could
memory.
imagine you guys got into a whole lot of trouble.
No, no, we actually didn't. He didn't get in it. Well, I wasn't the one who did it. He did it.
Yeah.
Uh, and no, I didn't encourage it. He was the one who did it, but no, he didn't get in trouble.
Wow.
But it was still hilarious, though. So there's
Ba boom. Ba.
that's good funny moment later. Hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think
Stop.
is your shush phone? Great.
Hmm.
What do you think is your favorite part about the YouTube channel? And what inspired you to start YouTube in general?
Well, I love doing videos, but I also love doing videos for my subscribers. I love putting out content for my subscribers because I know my subscribers enjoy my videos. And well, one day I just decided that hey, I think it would really be cool to have a YouTube channel. So yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history. And here
Hmm.
you are with what, 353, 354?
54. But it took a lot of
354.
work to get. It took a lot of work to get there. A lot of hard work to get where the channel is today. Now, here's something that we missed. So
Yeah.
I started YouTube, guys. I started YouTube on November 11, 2015. But
Hmm.
in the summer of 2017, I decided that I was going to take a break from doing videos. So
Yeah.
I took all my videos down, and then I started doing videos again on September 4th, 2018, which was a Thursday. So there you have it.
And before we go, for the mixed listeners that I'm sure will be curious, can you reflect back on how we met and what made you start wanting me to appear in your videos?
Yeah, I met Daniel through our good friend Meg, and her and I were dating at the time, and she introduced him and I. Him and I have Daniel and I have been friends since uh, December 9th, 2020, which was a Wednesday, and then
Hard to
uh,
believe it'll be 6 years this year.
I know, and then in January of 2021. Uh, Hold on a second. In January of 2022, actually. we started doing Chug videos together, and then he offered to be my editor, and I said, yeah, that would be great, and that was that.
And now, whenever you're watching his channel and you hear, this is a Doing Everything Blind video
Video production.
production, that will automatically tell you that that's a video that I edited.
Yep, and if you hear music in my videos, that means that he edited the video and uploaded it.
If you don't hear music, that's a video he uploaded or that I uploaded just raw.
Yep, and I do have a new outro, so there's that too.
Just
Hmm.
for the heck of it, can you say your outro for the mixed listeners?
Yes, it's the song "Everything Is Fine" by Sir Coupling.
Cupworth.
Oh yeah. Whatever. No, Sir Cupworth.
And
So yeah.
since it is royalty free, I will let you guys hear a snippet of it
Yep.
because I can and I want to. Just a moment.
And I got the intro. I liked that. I came across this outro from another YouTuber, Kid Behind the Camera, and I'm like, oh wow, I really like this intro, so that's why I started using it.
Yeah, he showed it to me.
Voiceover off.
Shush, Tom.
Voiceover on. Find it.
He showed it to me and was like, you know, what is the song called? We need to find this song. And sure enough, it was a song that was in the YouTube audio library.
Yep.
And
icon view desktop pictures, public, news, movies, drop.
Since it's you,
Dropbox, folder.
Can you play them my outro or you can't?
I'm going to right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play the song and then I'll play the
Mac.
Actually, I don't have an outro specifically made, but I'll play the song.
Royalty free tracks, folder, icon view, 2 above. Event horizon, everybody poops and everything is fine.
Well, then, guys, I'll tell you my outro after the song.
Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, so here is the outro song itself. That is the official outro song for Doing Everything Blind. And
Yep.
now he is actually going to say his outro out loud for you.
Well, guys, thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, Doing Everything Blind. Video editing by Daniel Semro from the YouTube channel Daniel Semro Productions. The music in my videos is from audionautics.com, and the music in my videos is from the YouTube audio library.
And then at the end, you say, thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. And he spells out audionautics is
Yes,
spelled.
I spell out, for those of you who might want to visit, I spell out Audionautics for you.
So there you have it, folks.
And with that, Thomas, I would like to thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure being on The Mix and your channel.
And where can the Mix listeners find you if they want to ask you questions themselves?
You can either, if you'd like to be on my channel for any reason, whether if you just want to shoot the shit, be in a chug video, or if you have a, story to tell of your own, if you want to tell your story, you can leave a comment in any of my videos. I always check the comments and I always respond to comments. Or you can find me on Messenger at THOMASACOCELLA. And as we always say, y'all
Oh, take
care.
care. Guys, that's going to do it for this Daniel Semro Haley Terrell Productions video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any requests, like I said in the intro, please do feel free to post a comment. If you have any questions about the material you just watched, please post a comment and one of us, either Haley or I, will answer it for you. Please note that I don't always look at my comments, and I shamefully admit it. I'm not proud of it, but if I don't see it, Haley will. So she will respond to you for sure. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if, like I said, if you have any questions or requests, post a comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will talk to all of you in the next video. Until then, have a good one and take care. God bless. The music in my videos comes from audionautics.com. That is spelled AUDIONAUTIX.com. The music also comes from the YouTube audio library, where they always have royalty-free music and they update it each month, throughout the month, and throughout the year. If you want to learn how to keep up with me outside of the channel, please listen carefully to the following clip, which will tell you. If I seem to go too fast in the following clip, though, do not hesitate to check the description, where you will find the information in every video. I will always post it there, so you won't get lost. Want to keep up with Daniel Semro Productions outside of YouTube? Check me out on a brand new social audio app called Jacket.fm. The link will be in the description below. My username, should you wish to follow me, is my YouTube channel name, Daniel Semro Productions. That's SEMRO, and the number's 1998. So that's Daniel SEMRO Productions 1998. I'd love to get to know you and talk with you there. Remember that anytime I'm not posting a video, if I have updates, they will go on the community tab. So make sure and check the community tab. If you notice that I'm not active or I have not posted any videos, chances are I will post updates on the community tab, as well as fun polls and maybe even an assistive technology quiz, although I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet or not. But that might be something to look forward to if I do it. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. This has been a production of Daniel Semro Productions. Copyright 2025.